far too relaxed backstage. A lovely glass of wine, lovely spread. Just sat there chatting away to Jim, and I didn't forget, but I was so swept away for a minute. Alrighty, I've got some songs to sing for you. I think I've got a couple covers, and most of them are mine. A couple newbies as well, which is, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. But I'm going to start off with a song of mine. This is from my second album, actually. And this is quite apt for getting a bit more chilly. This is called Keep Me From the Cold. When I walk the lonely road to the place where I was born, don't know what life has bestowed on me, or what it has to hold. I've just got to go and find my place. I have to seek my home. So hold my hand and shelter me, and keep me from the cold. I've lost my reflection, I'm struck down by the storm. The mist took my shadow and my eyes can see no more. But I try to keep on smiling before I'm trapped in a butterfly net. Please save me and hold my hand and keep me from the cold. When I was young and a child, I remember my mother singing, just singing a lullaby to me. And if I was granted just one wish, I would pray to be in the comfort of my mother's song. But now I'll wait till the morning, when the mist has cowered away, when the sun lights my path so I can start a brand new day. So guide me and shield me and keep me from the cold, and hold my hand, and I'll never be alone. Oh, thank you very much. Gosh knows why I started with a nerve-wracking song like that. Yeah, I suppose it is getting a bit chillier now. I'm getting ever so excited. Me and my mum, in exactly 3 weeks' time, we're going to Lapland. I'm so excited. I'm 25 and I still believe in Santa Claus. It's a real thing. Like it says in the brochure, you get a present, and I'll be very disappointed if I don't. There's going to be stern words. But we went to go buy a load of snow kit, because I'd never been on a snowy holiday before. Mountain range, amazing. But we got so hot, like obviously, you know, it's pretty thick stuff. And there's these big snow trousers with braces, and we looked ridiculous. We was in the same dressing room, we were sweating, it wasn't pretty. Anyway, gosh knows why I went into that either. But alrighty, I'm going to carry on now with a bit more of a lively number. This is the title track of my second album. And this is called Brother. This is about the relationship between brothers and the relationship between soldiers and how they fight for each other like brothers. We've had our ups and downs, we spun round and round, ventured the broken road, seen our lives unfold. We stood behind the gun, in smoky fields we run, friends lost one by one, but You and me, we came through good and strong. So pull me to my feet, and brother, we won't be defeated, brother. Hands held tight with courage, brother, and you and me will fight together. So pull me to my feet, little brother, for me. After the years gone by, the paths we followed did divide. Got strange at every time I cried. You weren't there to be right by my side. Every time we meet, do the same old handshake ring. But there's a feeling flows right through to my feet. It's a bond that can never be beat. So pull me to my feet, and brother, we won't be defeated, brother. Hands held tight with courage, brother, and you and me will fight together. So pull me to my feet, little brother, for me. Cheers. Oh, I can't say too much before this next song. It's I always ruin it. I've only really been including it in my sets recently. It's always my sound check song, which means I only got to sing the first verse and the first chorus, and I completely forgot the rest of my own song. I had to Google it. I did that recently, actually, at the Village Punk Folk Festival. It's you know, in Westbury with a big horse on the hill. And suddenly, last minute, I saw Steve on Friday, and I was going to be singing Steve Knightley, sorry, and I was going to be singing on the Sunday. And he said, "Oh, do you want to come up and sing in 7 days with me?" And I haven't sung that song with him for about I don't know, about 4 years. 4 years it was. And I thought, oh my gosh, I got to go and relearn it again. So I went back into the caravan and went through it all. And then I met up with him half an hour before the show, and he completely forgot all of it, so I had to remind him of all the chords. And there was this one line I couldn't get, so I actually went to the CD store and got a CD and opened it up and had to look in the lyric book. It's terrible, isn't it? But we did it, and it was amazing. I loved it. But yes, I can't say too much before the song. It kind of says it in the title, really. This is called The Wreckage. There's nothing but howling winds. It's icy fingers down my spine. Stood this before. Then we were mid-ocean and struck with panic and sails torn. I'm struggling for steady hands and the monster in the waves threw me down to the ground. And you said it's not over, it's not over till the lighter shade sky. We'll make it to the dawn and I will fight to hold you in the morning light. Singing it's not over till we see the sun again. The only sighting then was the wreckage, and the wreckage went down, down, down. The wreckage, and the wreckage went down, down, down. My shadow must have been cast overboard. I cannot seem to find it here. No matter how bright the sun may shine, where I go, it does not follow me. Then we were safe at harbor, yeah, at liberty. You look at me, but don't see me. I scream your name so loud. What happened out at sea? Remember you said it's not over till the lighter shade sky. We'll make it to the dawn and I will fight to hold you in the morning light. Singing it's not over till we see the sun again. The only sighting then was the wreckage, and the wreckage went down, down, down. The wreckage, and the wreckage went down, down, down. There's a sadness in your eyes. You try the tears you can't hide. You step 1 foot forward, straight right through me, straight right through me, straight right through me, straight right through me, straight right through, straight right through me. Oh. It's all over with the lighter shade sky. We're getting through the night, too much of a fight. Never hold you in the morning light. Singing it's all over now we see the sun again. I am lost at sea with the wreckage, and the wreckage went down, down, down. The wreckage, and the wreckage went down, down, down. She popped her clogs in the end. That's basically what I normally say at the start, and then I ruin the whole thing. I kept my mouth shut. That's kind of the result that was. Okay, next is a brand new song of mine that I wrote. I've done it a couple times live, but it's still ever so new. It's so scary. I mean, I don't write songs very often. I don't find it particularly easily comes to me, really. It just every now and again, I just sort of think, oh, that's really good. Quick, write it down. And yeah, it's sort of more a matter of luck than anything else. And So when you, and then you have to believe it's such a good song to be able to show it to other people, and then you just think, oh God, I'm not building this up very well for myself, to be honest. But anyway, this song is it's called Stumbling Over Stones, and it's inspired by those people. I don't know, there might be some of you in this room that are at the bar on their phones. Yeah, I know. It annoys me. Because I probably would be one of those people if I got one of those phones, because I just, you get a little bleep and then you can't help but look. So I've got this massive brick of a phone. Me and Jim were just comparing phones back there, and his is even older than mine. It's like a proper brick. Well, mine's a pink brick, actually. It's bright pink, so I don't use it. But yeah, so this is about those people. I think the other day I was trying to talk to my friend, and he was writing me a message on Facebook, and I was stood right next to him. Oh. Anyway, rant over. Okay, this is Stumbling Over Stones. I'll turn this up 1/4 of an hour again, Kev. I'll race you around the block, let's fly. Let's play pretend we're young and open our eyes. Undo your collar shirt, forget you live to work, untie your shackles and now fly. 'Cause you're stumbling over stones while you're riding on your phone, eyes fixed down in place when I'm right here in your face. Are you writing a love song for me? 'Cause I'd rather your company. Are you waiting for a call that will benefit us all? Just for a moment, won't you run with me? Blink a few times and tell me what you see. Take me back into a time long gone, where pen would meet the paper with soul you'd right your wrongs, in ways of time gone by when you're forced to meet my eye. Join me right here in present time. You're stumbling over stones while you're riding on your phone, eyes fixed down in place when I'm right here in your face. Are you writing a love song for me? 'Cause I'd rather your company. Or are you waiting for a call that will benefit us all? Just for a moment, won't you run with me? Blink a few times and tell me what you see. Far behind, you're falling out of line, just wasting all your time. Life behind a screen, we're speaking through the keys, feel like a whisper in the howling. We're not loud enough to quite sink in. Are you writing a love song for me? 'Cause I'd rather your company. Are you waiting for a call that will benefit us all? Just for a moment, won't you run with me? Blink a few times and tell me Cool, thank you. New song done. I've had so much of exciting news today. I wet myself running around the house. I got an email through that I'm number one in the Radio Caroline countdown of album charts. Oh, I can't believe it. I've been sort of in the top 40 for a while, and it's been creeping down, and then I got that email, and I just went absolutely berserk. Good night, Dad. Scared the goldfish as I walked in. Anyway. Yes, I'm slightly more contained now, a little bit, not very much. I'm so excited still. But anyway, this is a song from the album, and it's called Half Light, and it's inspired by a power cut, which can be a beautiful thing. Not quite now, I mean, I imagine it. Although, if we had a power cut, all the candles and stuff, it might be quite nice. Sorry, Kevin. No, it wouldn't be nice. Oh, that's nice. Could you give me some warning then? Yeah, and I was, well, it can be a nice thing. I went to the theatre with my mum, and we went to watch Disney production of The Beauty and the Beast, and it was like the proper official, like, you know, costumes and everything. It's all got to be done right. And it was amazing. And then we got home and there was a power cut, and Dad had some soup on the stove, and we had candles everywhere and wine, and it was just one of those nice things. You know when you can't see each other's faces and you just chat away about anything, and it's in a nice way, I know what I mean. Anyway, it was inspired by that. This is Half Light. Oh, my answer. Well, I've got to say that I started. On the CD, it's like a band. I got a band with me. I actually did it up in Morthoe, a little village just up the hill from where I live in Woolwickham. Beautiful. And down in the basement studio, and it had fairy lights everywhere, and it was really cool. And yeah, it's got electric guitars on it and drums and stuff. Not too heavy, but just enough. And on this song, it's so cool. It goes. Like really distorted, and it's really cool. You need to imagine it in your head, because I can't do it with my guitar. That's what I'm saying. And if you feel the urge to do it, don't fight it.
When my eyes stream accidentally, I like lightning when it hits and cuts the fuse. And all we have is firelight to hide the whites of our eyes. As I sit in silence watching you, with lashes and the thin crease of your mouth is all I can seem to make out. And without the glare of spotlight, you free the secrets you hide. Somewhere between the half-light and the moon. So much together, and I know that in there somewhere our resolutions tangled up like twine. All you need is a second to pay yourself attention, to pick your words and place them into line. You
a band gig back in May to launch the album, which was super cool. It was like, I couldn't really see them. They're ever so far back from me. I don't know if I smelled or something, but they were like way back. And so I couldn't see them all really, but it was amazing just to sing live, like my songs with like all the band. But anyway, I'm gonna shamelessly name drop now. Guess what I'm doing next weekend? I'm ever so excited. It's my friend Joey is doing the marathon, and he's doing like a fundraising event. And he's doing like a Woolacombe's Got Talent. Woolacombe's where I live. And on the judging panel was me, the owner of the pub, and Elkie Brooks, which just so happens to be his mum. And yeah, it's gonna be ever so amusing, especially because she's got it right into me. Back in the summer, because she only lives up in Mort Ho where I recorded the album, and we all sort of met up and had a few to drink, and I decided to test out how rock and roll she was, because I don't know if you read her book, but she sounds pretty rock and roll in it. So I kept topping up her glass when she wasn't looking, and she was completely hammered. And I got so much stick, because I don't know, Joey said she might have had to cancel a gig, or she had a hoarse voice, and she was really ill, and she solely blames me. So anyway, yeah, we got this thing, and you know, Paul O'Grady started this new chat show, and she's due to be on it. And he wanted her there on a Saturday, and so she had to write a formal letter. Formal? Is that right? Yeah. To the BBC saying, I can't make it on that day because it's my son's charity thing, and I've got a sole purpose to get my co-judge completely drunkard. So it's in a proper letter to the BBC, so I'm a little bit worried for my life. It'll be good. Anyway, it's not nothing to do with this next song. This is a song of the second album, and it's about saying goodbye to somebody and then hoping they're going to come back. It's called Bring Me News.
Sitting at the bottom of the stairway, just waiting for the light to arrive, waiting for the morning to stretch its warm embrace, bring this ghost town back to life. Oh, bring me news, sir. Tell me you have it in the palm of your hand. I've been waiting 10 whole hours for the sound of your tires pulling up outside this house. And as the sun rises before me, you see the moon in its place. So many pages in my diary until I see your face. Just bring me news you're okay. I need to know when you're coming home. Vivid as the day you left here, like a photograph in my head, holding your suitcase by the front door. As my heart fills up with dread, your pockets full with your dreams of new worlds you yet to see. And as we kiss our last kiss, I hope you're coming back to me. And as the sun rises before me, you see the moon in its place. So many pages in my diary until I see your face. Just bring me news you're okay. I need to know when you're coming home. I look outside and hear the seagulls cry. I watch the clouds come by. It feels like rain again. I look outside and hear the seagulls cry. I watch the clouds come by. It feels like rain again. And as the sun rises before me, you see the moon in its place. So many pages in my diary
Okay, this next song is another new one of mine that I wrote this year. And it's quite funny because it's called Deafening Silence, so every time I get to the set list and it says Deafening Silence, I just want to go. But I find that really funny, so it doesn't really work. But yeah, this is sort of about, I suppose, living in Woolwickham is quite a surfy sort of surfing culture, you know. In fact, my brother tomorrow is running his second ever contest, which is quite exciting. But anyway, you get lots of the surfer dude types that just, they seem, I don't know if they really are like it, but they seem like they let everything just, they don't worry about anything, do they? They just think, oh, well, you know, don't. Whereas I'm one of those people that probably worries too much or overthinks things. You know, when you go to bed and you just start thinking about everything. I'm a right worrier. And it just annoys me that they can just breeze through life without a care in the world. So I wrote a song about it. This is called Deafening Silence.
You say you're never afraid, don't care enough to anticipate. Moving along the track, ain't got time for looking back. And as I close all the shutters and turn down all the lights, give up to the end of the day, slowly close my eyes. I've never heard such deafening silence as I replay every minute of my day. Words I said and everything I didn't say, I envy your carefree ways. Killing time to spare, ripped blue jeans and tangled hair. 28 years going on 18, you'll be chasing waves till 80. I watch you from the beach, sand blows through my hair. I wish I could shrug off the world like I don't even care. But I never heard such deafening silence as I replay every minute of my day. Words I said, everything I didn't say, I envy your carefree ways. Do you see me? Do I register in any single way? Am I your weakness? Do you light up at the sound of my name? Or have you ever heard such deafening silence as I replay every minute of my day? Words I said, everything I didn't say, I envy your carefree. Ever heard such deafening silence as I replay every minute of my day? Words I said, everything I didn't say, I envy your carefree ways. I envy your carefree ways.
Thanks very much. I'm not very good at timekeeping. I'm aware that I'm talking rather a lot. I've got 3 more songs on my set anyway. You mute me when you feel you ought. Don't mute me actually, that's a bit harsh. I was listening to a bit of lovely Joni earlier, weren't we, when they played it over the thingy, and it just, I've not got it on my set list, but I just suddenly really wanted to play it. It's a beautiful song called See You Sometime.
Where are you now? You in some hotel room, does it have a view? Are you caught in the crowd, holding some honey who came on to you? Why'd you have to be So jive, hang up the phone, it hurts but something survives. It's undermined. I'd just like to see you sometime. Feeling so good, my friends all tell me that I'm looking fine. I run in the woods, spring from the borders like a mama line. I'm not ready to change my name. You know I'm not after a piece of your fortune or your fame. I've tasted mine. I'd just like to see you sometime. Pack your suspenders, I can meet your plane. But no need to surrender, I just wanted to see you again. I need some sunshine on my apple tree. And it seems such a shame, start out so kind and end so heartlessly. Well, I couldn't take it all on then, with a head full of questions and a hype so when hopes got so slim, I just resigned. Just like to see you sometime. Sure like to see you sometime.
Thank you very much. Alrighty then, I got a couple more and they're from the new album. And this next song is the first track off the album, and this is called Stranger. And it's sort of about, I guess it's getting quite quiet in Woolacombe now. In the summer it goes absolutely berserk because of the beach. But I quite like it in the winter when it's a bit of a ghost town, and you know, you're walking through the streets and the only people there are the people you know. Or you go to the pub, not that I always go to the pub, I know I've mentioned it a few times tonight, but all the people in there are the people you know, and it's just kind of like a party, and it's quite nice. But I am aware that it might be a little bit uncomfortable, especially in the winter time, if you're all in there at the bar chatting away with people you know, and then, you know, a tourist / groggle walks in. And or, you know, and it's fine, it's all perfectly friendly, but you just can't help but just have a look, you know, because you don't recognise them. And you don't, I certainly don't do it on purpose, but as they walk across the room, my eyes tend to follow them, and that's not very nice really, it's quite intimidating, I imagine. So it inspired me to write this song. So yeah, this is called Stranger.
I remember so clearly the night you came, running aside from the driving rain, through the door like a twister in a storm. We all stood at the bar and stared you down. It's a small town and you ain't for miles around, without a sound, put a seat up next to mine. Stranger, what's your name and what brings you to my side? I can see by the colour below your eyes that have been a long old night. But you start talking and I'll start pouring a drink to keep the pain away. And as your eyes pour into mine, I'm feeling awfully glad you came. Jack, telling me how he'd never go back. All those faces forcing him to leave. You know I've done some things that I'm not love falling for a girl not his to keep. A stranger, what's your name and what brings you to my side? I can see by the color below your eyes that it's been a long, long night. When you start talking and I'll start pouring a drink to keep the pain away. And as your eyes pour into mine, I'm feeling awfully glad you came. The fading light outside. You'll stay right here tonight. And you've locked your heart outside. So pour yourself a glass. Stranger, what's your name and what brings you to my side? I can see by the color below your eyes it had been a long, long night. But you start talking and I'll start pouring a drink to keep the pain away. And as your eyes pour into mine, I'm feeling awfully glad you came. A stranger, I'm glad you came. Oh, stranger, I'm glad you came. Oh, stranger, I'm glad you came. Pour yourself a glass.
Thanks ever so much. Righto, last song. Thanks ever so much for having me. I've really enjoyed myself. I hope you have too. Can we just have a massive round of applause for Kev on the sound and lights as well? Well, there's nothing I can do about it, but I've actually got to leave after the interval, which is a bit of a bummer. But I just will sneakily mention that I do happen to have a lovely new box from eBay over there that's filled with lots of my CDs. I've got Barefoot and Eager, which is a fiver, Brother, which is a tenner, and my new album Hitchhiker, which is £10, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to do the title track now. This is Hitchhiker, and this was I've seen that on the front. I wanted to be a hitchhiker on the front cover. So I wanted to find a really cool road, you know, like Route 66, you know, that really straight road. Talking of Route 66, I've just booked a trip to America. I'm so excited. I've only ever done sort of, you know, like 2-week holidays, you know, in Europe and a couple other places, but never anything by myself. So it's with a company called Trek America, and you go from New York to LA in 3 weeks next May. And you go like through Nashville and everything, and Route 66. I'm getting away from the point, but we had a photo shoot on Dartmoor by the prison. You know, there's that really long road, and I was sort of had to perch on the end of my suitcase. I bought this really cool retro suitcase from a charity shop, and I thought it'd be cool if I sat on it, and casually was like, but I didn't put anything in my suitcase, and when I sat on it, it sunk to the floor. It wasn't a very good story, but yeah. And also I had to dodge all the sheep. There's suicidal sheep on Dartmoor. Because it's such a straight road, the cars just go hell for leather, and the sheep are like poised, and they just leg it across the road. So I've got several pictures of blurred sheep in the background I couldn't use. I hate photo shoots though, I really hate them. Like, I'm not very good at looking moody. I can't take myself that seriously, you know. I like the big cheesy pictures. You can't really have like a selfie on the front of an album cover. So, but we got there in the end. We did get one for the front. One of me laughing in the middle, which is much more like it. Yes. So this is the title track. It's quite rocky. This is cool with the band because it had the electric guitars. But it's not obviously not here tonight, so you'll imagine. Thanks ever so much for listening to me. Like rambling on as well as singing. You've been very, very patient.
I saw a hitchhiker at the side of the road. I ain't never stopped a car before. Cut a lonely figure caught out in the rain. All your makeup had run to the floor. You caught my eye, shot a stare right back. You know, I saw a bags all packed, you know it was the least I could do. She said, thanks for the shelter, I wish I could pay you, I could play you a song or two. See, I sing for my supper wherever I got to, I just needed to start anew. But I could see from your face that you were feeling this place, you know I saw a mirror in you. But there's really no need, I'd love to comfort me, you know it was the least you could do. Now we found ourselves on the open road, racing time itself as the daylight falls. Hang your story out to dry, no love and alibi. I lay your heart out on the line, hitchhiker. Now I'm way out of town with my foot to the ground and the street lights sending on. With my eyes on the road without losing control, I asked the question, what you running from? She said, you ever been in love with the wrong man? I saw a mirror in you. She said, I'm leaving home up, I still can. It was the least you could do. And now we found ourselves on the open road, racing time itself as the daylight falls. Hang your story out to dry, lost love and alibi. We'll lay your heart out on the line, hitchhiker, hitchhiker. I feel the pain inside you. Look right here behind you. Oh, my world packed in the car. Hitchhiker, hitchhiker. Oh, we move across the border, and the day is almost over. She said, thanks for the shelter. How I wish I could pay ya. See, I sing for my supper, play you a song or two. Thank you very much. Cheers.